I'm Lauren Laffler, and this is
Gia Kelker.
And we're doing this morning's announcements.
CPC Talent Show is next Sunday, May 7th. It's not too late to sign up for a talent. Can you sing? Can you dance? Well, if you have a special talent, we have a show for you to be in. Do you want to see all the talent? Enjoy lunch and a show. $15 per person or $40 per family. All proceeds will go toward the summer mission trip to Paris, France.
And if you sign up today, you will get reserved seating. And tickets are going to go fast, so make sure you get yours today. You can either go to the lobby and sign up at the table, or you can go to my CrossPoints app and click events and sign up there too. But remember, seats are going fast. Get one now.
Here at CrossPoints Church, we believe that God gives everyone gifts, and we celebrate those gifts and encourage you to use those gifts to give back and serve our church. One of the ways you can serve is through volunteering, and right now we need volunteers in our tech team. I know what you're thinking. Tech team sounds intimidating, but it's tons of fun. There's training every Thursday night, and it's super easy. So if you're interested in serving, head out to the lobby after service and sign up for positions like cameras, lights, sermon notes, and lyrics. So sign up, you're gonna love it.
Food Pantry is a volunteer-run program to help members of our church who need assistance. If you have any questions or need an application form, they're available in the lobby. Look for someone with Connect lanyard. If you are interested in helping, pick up a list of food in the lobby or on your way out today. Contributions of non-perishable foods will be left at designated places by the north and south entrances of the church.
As always, CrossPoints Church, there are 3 ways that you can give. Online, on the app, or here in person. And did you know that we're live streaming our services? Because we are. You can check out YouTube or Facebook at 9 and 11 o'clock and catch our live stream. And as always, CrossPoints Church, we hope you have a great day.
Wait, Lauren, you forgot something. And today's my dad's birthday! Happy birthday, Dad! Love you!
Happy birthday, Dad!
Today's not your dad's birthday.
Okay, so tell me, what's your name?
Autumn,
and Annette, and...
Addison,
what do you guys call yourselves?
A-Team.
The A-Team, exactly. Oh, I love that. That's awesome, the A-Team. That's cool. So, why don't you guys tell us, Annette, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you found CrossPoints, and how long have you guys been coming?
We've been coming for about 6 months, and I actually did a Google search. We went to 7, 8 different churches before we came here and decided that this was it.
And what did you guys think when you first came here?
Awesome.
Awesome! That's cool. What about you?
Nervous, and I didn't want to go to the kids' service because I was scared.
Really?
It took you how many services before you went?
About a month before I
About a month before you came. Oh my
until
goodness.
she met Addie.
Well, so why don't you guys tell me, you guys were telling me earlier that you guys had a word for the year. So tell me what your word for the year is.
Hope.
Hope. And what about you, Annette?
God's will.
God's will.
Faith.
Faith.
Ever since I thought that was my word,
Mm-hmm.
There's been a whole lot of tests I think God's given me.
Tell me about your hamster.
My hamster's name's Smokey, and a month after her birthday or celebration when we got her, her pouch came out, and apparently that's a sign that she can die. And I was just crying, and then I prayed for 10-15 minutes 2 nights in a row, I think. Then she was healed like 2.5 days later.
Wow. That was awesome. That's your word, faith, for the year. That's really cool. So tell me one thing that you've learned about Jesus since you've been at CrossPoints.
Well, I already knew this, but he's just a miracle worker.
He's a miracle worker. Whoa, that's cool. So tell me a little bit about the CrossPoints kids and the worship. How has that been for you?
Last service that we went to, I was on my knees praying and crying because I just felt like the Lord is just reigning over me. It's just a miracle.
So Annette, tell me, what has been one thing that you've learned this year?
The most I've learned this year is just surrendering is the most powerful thing.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Well, you guys are an awesome family, A-Team. I love it. You guys are great. And it's awesome to see God use you guys in such great ways. And I'm looking forward to you guys being around for a long time and you guys growing in your faith with Jesus. So why don't you guys tell me your names, introduce yourselves. So, Jose.
My name is Jose Montanez.
Okay.
Myra Montanez.
Giancarlo.
Junior Montanez.
And Junior. Okay, fantastic. All right, so the Montanez family. And so tell me, when did you guys start coming to Cross Points? Like, well,
I think 2 months.
almost 2 months now. Okay, 2 months now. Okay. So I heard Junior had something to do with maybe you guys getting back to church. Is that right, Junior? Did you say something to your parents about going to church?
I told them that we should go back to church because so we can get more in a relationship with God.
What was one thing that you think you learned from the STAIN conference, that youth conference?
You know, I guess before, when songs would come on, I'd be more like reserved, and I just kind of, just like stand there and just watch. But then, like after staying, now I'm just sort of like
You're like all in, right?
So it sort of took me out of my comfort zone in a good way.
That's awesome. That's really cool. So Junior, you were in our Grow Track class, and it's 3 weeks where we learn more about the church, and you participated, and you took a spiritual gifts test, didn't you?
Yeah.
And that spiritual gift test kind of tells you what your gift is. And what did you find out? What was your gift?
I was a giver.
You were a giver, right? Okay, so and your mom was telling me that you really are a giver. So give me an example. What do you like to do in terms of your giving?
Like every time when I see a person that's in need, like a homeless person, I always ask my mother that I want to give them some money. And like when my shoes, when I grow out of them, to clean them and then give it to people in need.
Oh wow, so you actually take care of your shoes and you clean them up so that when you grow out of them, you give them away to some other kid. Wow, that's pretty impressive. That's a gift that God gives you. Not everyone thinks like that. That's pretty impressive. You know what I love about you guys and your whole family is that it's not just about you. You guys have been inviting people to come to Cross Points.
Well, they kind of have invited themselves. I cut hair for a living.
You cut hair, okay.
I'm a barber. I get to see a lot of people.
One of our shops was open on Sundays.
Right, okay.
So when we asked Frankie the first time he came, how did you like it? He said, I loved it. He said, I wish I could come next Sunday. And I was like, well, you can come. He's like, no, remember, I work next Sunday. And Jose and I looked at each other. We're hindering these kids from worshiping on Sundays and spending time with their families. I think we should close on Sundays.
Then I told Myra, I was like, I think we should wait till we finish the last Sunday of this month. And Myra was like, today is the last Sunday.
She was like, we're doing this.
Yeah. So we called an emergency meeting that same day. We did it. It was Sunday.
Okay.
We did it. Think about it. We just looked at each other. We know that God had both placed it in our hearts. And once we look at each other, we already know. We don't even need to discuss this. It's just a done deal.
And that's why you guys are in church, right?
Yes.
Right? You guys want to have close relationships here in the church, but also you also want to tell others about Jesus. That's why you help people, giving away things. You're inviting people to church. And man, you guys are an awesome family. You guys are amazing. So I'm so glad you're here, and I can't wait to see what God does through you guys as well in the years to come. It's going to be cool.